Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. The scope of one's personality is defined by the magnitude of that problem which is capable of driving a person out of his wits. In the small matters, trust the mind, in the large ones, the heart. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. Before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem, make sure that you are not surrounded by fools. What a distressing contrast there is between the radiant intelligence of the child and the feeble mentality of the average adult. Men are more moral than they think, and far more immoral than they can imagine. Dreams are often most profound when they seem the most crazy. Children are completely egoistic. They feel their needs intensely and strive ruthlessly to satisfy them. We are what we are because we have been what we have been. Everywhere I go, I find a poet has been there before me. When inspiration does not come to me, I go halfway to meet it. We choose not randomly each other. We meet only those who already exists in our subconscious. It is that we are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love, never so helplessly unhappy as when we have lost our loved object or its love. In the depths of my heart, I can't help being convinced that my dear fellow men, with a few exceptions, are worthless. Whoever loves becomes humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism. Friendship is an art of keeping distance, while love is an art of intimacy. Words have a magical power. They can bring either the greatest happiness or deepest despair. A woman should soften but not weaken a man. The behavior of a human being in sexual matters is often a prototype for the whole of his other modes of reaction in life. Everything that you do in bed is perfectly and absolutely acceptable, if only both sides enjoyed it. All family life is organized around the most damaged person in it. Love is a state of temporary psychosis. Love and work, work and love, that's all there is. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what does a woman want? Women oppose change, receive passively, and add nothing of their own. The sexual life of adult women is a dark continent for psychology. Women are not only more sexually passive than men, but they are also less willing to sublimate their sexual instincts in other activities. Women's sexuality is more flexible than men's and not so firmly anchored in biological needs. In little girls, the anatomical difference is not so great, and so the clitoris is the sexual organ. The great majority of women are not very much troubled by sexual impulses and sexual desires. The woman's sexual life is passive in character, and it is largely independent of her will. Women are especially fond of a man who is witty and who can tell amusing anecdotes. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. Respect for women is a symbol of respect for the world. Women are the soul of society who play a vital role in its development. Women are power. Give them independence, and you will see society's victory at your feet.